Do you often say you're fine when you're not? It's a question many of us could answer with a yes. In a world where we're constantly encouraged to put on a brave face and keep pushing forward, it's become second nature to hide our struggles behind a mask of "I'm fine." But what happens when "I'm fine" is no longer just a polite response, but a shield we use to protect ourselves from the reality of our feelings. The pressures of society often make us feel like we have to appear okay even when we're not. We fear judgment, misunderstanding, or the potential burden we might place on others. But in doing so, we neglect our own mental health, potentially leading us into a deeper struggle. The truth is, it's okay not to be okay. Recognizing the signs that you're not actually fine is the first step towards seeking help, because ultimately your well-being matters. Are you feeling constantly tired, no matter how much rest you get? This isn't just about the occasional bout of sleepiness after a long day or a late night, but a persistent fatigue that lingers even after you've had a good night's sleep. It might surprise you to know that chronic tiredness could be a sign of emotional distress. You see, stress and mental health struggles aren't confined to our minds. They can manifest physically too. When we're dealing with emotional turmoil, our bodies can respond with feelings of exhaustion. It's as if our bodies are trying to tell us to slow down and address our emotional needs. So, if you're constantly tired, it's worth considering whether there might be more to it than just physical fatigue. Maybe you're carrying around emotional baggage that's weighing you down. It's important to listen to these signals and to take them seriously. If you're constantly tired, it might be a sign that you're not actually fine. Have you been avoiding social interactions? It's so easy to dismiss this as just needing some me time. But when we start to repeatedly withdraw from the world around us, it could be a sign that we're not actually fine. Human connection is a fundamental part of our existence. We thrive on shared experiences, support, and understanding. When we start to distance ourselves from this, it can often mean we're battling internal struggles. You might find yourself declining invitations or even avoiding casual conversations. It's not about being antisocial, it's more about the emotional distress that interaction might bring. The world can start to feel overwhelming, and isolation becomes a safety net. Remember, it's okay to need space, but persistent isolation is different. It's a sign that something deeper is going on. It's a sign that maybe, just maybe, you're not as fine as you say you are. Isolation can be a sign that you're not actually fine. Have you lost interest in your hobbies or things you once loved? This is more than just a phase of boredom or a shift in preferences. We're talking about a significant decline in enthusiasm for activities that used to spark joy, elicit excitement, or even provide a sense of peace. It could be painting, playing an instrument, hiking in the great outdoors, or even spending time with loved ones. When your favorite pastimes start to feel like a chore or a burden, it's a clear signal that something is off-kilter. This loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities is often a sign of emotional distress. It's like the world has lost its color and everything feels a bit more gray. This is not just about feeling blah. It's a common symptom of depression and other mental health issues. It's your mind's way of telling you, hey, something's not right here, so don't ignore it. Loss of interest can be a sign that you're not actually fine. Do you find yourself getting irritated easily? Now, we all have our moments of frustration, but if you notice that your fuse is significantly shorter, it may be an indication of something more. Increased irritability can be a sign of underlying emotional distress. Let's unpack this a bit. When we're under stress or dealing with mental health struggles, it can affect our mood and reactions. Our patience may wear thin, and things that normally wouldn't bother us might suddenly become major irritants. This isn't necessarily because the world has become more annoying. Rather, it's often because our emotional resources are already stretched thin. You might snap at a loved one, get frustrated with small inconveniences, or find yourself riled up over minor issues. These are all signs that your irritability is on the rise, which could indicate that you're grappling with more than you're letting on. Remember, it's okay to not be okay. Increased irritability can be a sign that you're not actually fine. Are you having trouble focusing on tasks? It's not uncommon to find your mind wandering from time to time, but what if it's happening more frequently? You're reading a book, but your mind is elsewhere. You're in a meeting, yet your thoughts are a million miles away. This struggle to concentrate can be a sign of emotional distress. Our minds are complex, and when we are under stress or dealing with mental health struggles, our cognitive function can take a hit. It's like trying to navigate through a fog. Everything becomes less clear, harder to grasp. This can affect our performance at work, our relationships, even our enjoyment of simple activities. Remember, it's okay to not be okay. Everyone goes through periods of emotional distress. But if you find yourself consistently struggling to concentrate, it might be a sign that you're dealing with more than the usual stress. It might be time to reach out for support. Struggling with concentration can be a sign that you're not actually fine. Have you noticed changes in your appetite or weight? It's not uncommon for emotional distress to manifest in physical ways. You might find yourself overeating as a coping mechanism or losing interest in food altogether. Weight fluctuations can follow suit. Stress and mental health struggles can have a significant impact on your physical health, disrupting normal eating habits and metabolic processes. It's important to recognize this as more than just a physical change. Changes in appetite and weight can be a sign that you're not actually fine. Are you feeling hopeless about the future? This sense of despair, of feeling like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, can be a significant indicator of emotional distress. It could manifest as an overwhelming sense of pessimism, a belief that things will never improve. Often these feelings of hopelessness are linked to depression or other mental health issues. It's important to remember, it's okay not to be okay. Feeling hopeless can be a sign that you're not actually fine. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards seeking help. It's more than just understanding that something is off. It's about taking action. If you find yourself identifying with these signs, it's crucial to reach out. Don't let fear or stigma hold you back from seeking the help you deserve. Mental health professionals are there to provide the support you need. They're equipped to guide you through the process of healing, one step at a time. There are numerous resources available: hotlines, therapists, support groups, and online communities. They're all there to help you navigate through this tough time. Don't feel like you have to face this alone. Reaching out to loved ones can also make a world of difference. Let them know what you're going through. You'd be surprised at how much love and support you'll receive. Remember, it's okay to not be okay, but it's important to seek help when you're not.